Hello, YouTube. My name is Matt, and I play games. And today I want to talk about 5, maybe 6 games that I have personally platinumed that I think are great entry level games for people looking to get into the hobby. Now, just a side note, a peek behind the scenes. Normally, when I make a video like this, I get all my video footage together, I lay it out, I write a script, I voice over the script, and then I edit down the video footage and the script so that they flow together. I'm not doing that this time. Right now, I'm just talking into my microphone. I do not have a single piece of footage up. I do not have a single bit of script written. I just sort of know what I want to talk about. And I'm doing this, one, so that it's a little bit more personal, a little bit more conversational. But 2, I'm just going to try new things and see if this works in a less structured format. So, that being said, let's get into the video. Trophy hunting in general, I have found to be one of the most rewarding and fun things you can do as a gamer. It gives you a little bit of purpose to it, a little bit of structure, maybe some bragging rights, and it allows you to get more out of the game. Before my brother convinced me to actually try to complete a game, I was the kind of person that just played it for the mechanic. I liked it, and then I left. I usually didn't even finish a story. It's like, oh, well, this is fun. All right, I've had enough of that. Moving on. But with trophy hunting, I have finished more games in the last 2.5, 3 years than I think I've ever started before that. Additionally, when a trophy list is done right, it allows you to really get all the fun out of a game. You've done everything that most people would consider to be cool. So, let's assume that you have your PlayStation and you've played some games, but you've never really gotten into the trophy hunting scene. Maybe you've thought it was really difficult or toxic, or if you weren't getting a Souls-like platinum without ever using healing and only starter weapons at level 1 without taking a hit, you didn't qualify as a trophy hunter. And while I do believe there are different tiers of difficulty and achievement, I have plenty of platinums that I'm not going to boast about. I have a few that I'm really proud of. I have a few that I hated and I would never do again. And I have some that are fun. What I'm going to bring to you in this video are no stress platinums that are great for a first time gamer that haven't been done to death. So yes, play Astro's Playroom. It's amazing. You'll love it. Get the platinum. Play Spider-Man. It's great. Get the platinum. Okay? Those have all been done to death. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about less mainstream entries. So, what qualifies them as no stress? I'm looking at 3 general criteria for this. Minimal grind. Because while grinding isn't necessarily hard, it can be stressful. We've all got lives. We've got things to do. I don't personally want to grind for a specific trophy for hours and hours and hours and hours. And I'm including RNG in grind, random number generator, simply because it could take forever. It's nothing that requires a lot of practice or special skills. As of recording this, I just completed my very first Call of Duty campaign. I did it on veteran difficulty, and I didn't think it was too terribly difficult. That's not me bragging. I know for a fact that me 3 years ago would have rage quit, right? We're all at different places in our gaming journey. The games that I want to present to you do not require you to have a lot of skills or practice. You don't need special Twitch skills. They're more chill. And the platinum needs to have easy to follow requirements. Okay? It may not, well, they're all going to be easy-ish, but they may not all be super simple walks in the park, but the requirements for the platinum need to be easy to follow. Meaning, it's assumed that throughout this, you're using a guide. All right? If you're not, kudos to you, but these may not be no stress platinum. So these are in no particular order as far as which ones I like or don't like. They are in a particular order as far as which ones I platinumed first. So what I'm going to give you are 5 games from my personal platinum collection. I'm giving them in the order that I got them. So my oldest platinum first. That being said, let's get to the 5 games I recommend for new trophy hunters. Coming in first, we have Donut County. You play a hole. You move around and you eat things. And as you eat things, you grow. So you can eat more things. That's the concept. It's a hilarious, fun little game. Pretty sure I got it done in an afternoon, maybe 2. There's nothing difficult to do. Again, follow a guide. There are a few trophies that I wouldn't have personally been able to figure out without it. But once they tell you, do this, you're like, oh, okay. And it's that simple. Donut County is great. Number 2, Save Room. Save Room is, I assume, you're playing an assassin or a hitman, but you're not actually doing anything other than packing up your gear. It's kind of like the Resident Evil inventory system. You get a box, you get so much room in the box, you got to make everything fit. I'm not trying to brag. I got all but one of these trophies without looking at a guide. The other one, I needed just to know what to do. On my second playthrough, because I did get this stacked for the PlayStation 5 and the PlayStation 4, on my second playthrough, I wanted to go a little quicker, and I was curious, so I looked it up, and there's a literal walkthrough that you can use. So if you aren't much into puzzlers, or you get stuck, or this isn't your thing, but you don't want it sitting there unfinished, you can follow that. And as long as you can follow instructions and look at pictures, you're set. Save Room is awesome. I like it. I wish that they would make more games like it. Doesn't even have to have a platinum. Something about just making things fit makes my brain happy. Up next, Concept Destruction. I don't know who thought, hey, let's make a game with cardboard cars that run around and destroy each other. But I would like to shake their hand. This is a fun little game, and again, I have it for the PS5 and the PS4 because I genuinely enjoyed it. I'm not one of those trophy hunters that will go out and do something that I don't like just to get another platinum. Very short game, very fun. I will say, once you know what you're doing, if you do it a second time, it takes like half as long. I think I might have got the second one in 3 hours. I'm not looking at my profile to know for sure, but it's quick, it's fun, it's a real laugh. If you want a game and you have kids, this is the kind of thing that they can play with, enjoy it, and then you can just clean it up. Next, I want to talk about one of my favorite games of all time, which is Dave the Diver. Unlike the other games that I have in mind for this, Dave the Diver takes some time, probably 40-ish hours, but it's a, in quotes, real game. Having said that, it meets all the criteria on the list. There's minimal grind. The only thing you may want to keep in mind is to pick up cat food whenever you can and feed the cat once a day. Okay. Other than that, there's nothing you got to really worry about for grinding. It doesn't require a lot of practice or special skills. It explains the game to you. You play the game. And the platinum requirements are very easy to follow. Again, with a guide, this is done no issue. It does take more time than the others, but you're going to want to play it if it's your thing. If you're looking at this and you go, not for me, that's fine, don't play it. Wonderful game. No one would ever accuse it of being shovelware, and it's great. I'm looking forward to playing it a second time this year, this time recorded for the channel. And then finally, my last on this list, I do want to point out, and this is going to be an upcoming video once I can figure out how to do it without ruining it, a little game called 12 Minutes. For those of you that haven't heard of it, it has A-list actors as the voice talent. You play a guy stuck in a time loop, and you're trying to figure out an issue. It involves potentially dying, killing, setting things up for harm, getting people out of harm. I don't even know what all else. again, trying not to spoil anything. I am one of the kind of people that the story is fourth or fifth or sixth on my list. This story absolutely pulled me in. I loved it. It's kind of like an escape room meets a time loop meets a really twisted, in a good way, story. Like a noir twisted kind of a story. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Do like I do, or do like I did. Just follow the walkthrough on PSN Profiles. You won't miss anything, and it's great. So that's the first 5. I do have a second set that I would like to do. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I missed. Let me know what other games I should be playing. Anyway. Until next time, YouTube, and for anyone who's going to go and play these games, go you.